Hey guys, so today we're talking about narcissists and their traits, how you can spot them. I made a part one, I got interrupted, so this is part two, and so we'll pick up where we left off. So the last thing we were talking about was how sensitive the narcissist is to rejection. And they are incredibly sensitive. And so when you put up boundaries, when you say no, you're going to get a violent response back. You're going to get name calling. You're going to get first, depending on if they're overt or covert. So an overt narcissist is going to be very aggressive, very in your face, very upfront with their violence and their controlling you. Okay, they're going to be very upfront about it. The covert is going to be sneaky about it. They're going to be guilt tripping you. They're going to be, oh, I'll be fine. I'll probably die, from cold and I don't have any food, but no, don't even think about sending me money. It's fine. I'll make do. And so they're more of like the martyrs. They will guilt trip you at first. If they can manipulate you back with the guilt tripping, then that's the end of it. But if you resist the guilt tripping, they're going to get frustrated, and then they're going to send their flying monkeys out to you. And so the flying monkeys are going to be all their helpers that suck you back in. And so if you're finding yourself every time you put up boundaries, every time you get upset, every time you say that's not okay for you to treat me like that, first they're going to guilt trip you, try to suck you back in. But if they can't do that, then they'll send, if it's your mother doing this to you or your father, let's say if it's your mom doing it to you, then your dad's going to come over. You need to forgive your mother. She's your mother, forgive her. How can you be so cold and cruel to your own mother? And you're like, she was way out of hand. But none of these flying monkeys care about what she did. They are like laser focused on telling you to go back and get abused some more. And so your feelings are completely discounted. Any kind of anger, whether it's justified or not, you're a bad person. So they will send people out to call you a bad person, to say that you're cruel, to say that you don't care, to remind you of all the things like, that's your mother when you were sick and da-da-da. And you're like, I'm 35 years old. Yes, she took me to school, blah, 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 and helped me with the project, but that was like 25 years ago. And they keep track of all those things. And it's always the same things over and over again. You're going to hear the same things that you're supposed to be overly grateful for because there aren't that many. And honestly, they're probably taking credit for something they didn't do, somebody else did. So, or they'll exaggerate a small thing and make it super big. And you're supposed to be holding on to that for the rest of your life. And how dare you? How ungrateful are you for not revering this person? Because the number one thing you have to understand with the narcissist is that they are incredibly controlling. They want to control everything. They want to control your emotions like a little puppet, and they will lie and pit people against each other in order to watch the show and eat their popcorn and know what they started. And a lot of times they'll they'll throw a little drama grenade into the conversation, and then everybody goes back to them, and that person plays like the peacemaker. So they threw a drama grenade in, everybody's all set, everybody's all angry, and they instigate till everybody goes crazy, and then they're like, let's just calm down. You love your sister, and they started it. So it's kind of crazy, but you have to, in order to see clearly, you have to kind of take a step back. So my suggestion is if you are suspicious of somebody, start listening more. Start closing your mouth and listening more to what's happening. When you see people fighting in your family, be quiet and watch. And if you really want to jumpstart, like, is this person a narcissist or not? Tell them no. That's like the quickest way to get them angry. And it's not that you want to provoke them, but I'm just saying like a quick way to test, because you don't have to say it in like an upfront aggressive way. No. Just quietly no. Like, so for example, if they come and tell you, okay, well, I have a doctor's appointment, so you need to take me. Okay, they didn't ask, hey, I have a doctor's appointment, do you mind taking me? Or honestly, they should, before they book it, hey, is it okay for you to take me? But they don't do that because they don't care about you and they don't care about your time. You are there for them. And so if they have something they need to do and you have a resource like a car or time or whatever, you're volunteered. You get voluntold what to do. So if you tell them no, and like I said, don't do it angry or upfront in your face, because you rage to them, they'll rage it like right back up to you, unless you're in public. If you're in public, they'll be nice and quiet and controlled, and then you look like the crazy one. So my suggestion to you is to say no, and an example would be like I told you with the appointment. I have an appointment, so you have to take me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Like, I have other plans, so I'm not going to be able to take you. Well, how am I supposed to go? Now I'm going to drop dead because Sorry, Mom. Next time you want to go, like if you let me know ahead of time, I'd be more than happy to take you. Well, what's it going to do? What good is it going to do to me in the next time? Like, I have an appointment tomorrow. Say, sorry, Mom, I can't help you. I'd really like to help you, but I can't. And then be real nice about it and just say no. And they'll say, well, if it took me 6 months to get this appointment and you don't even care and I'm sick and I don't feel good and you want me to die, don't you? You just want me to die. Of course I don't want you to die. Mom, I love you. And just stare blankly. Don't give them what they want. You have to think of them like a toddler throwing a tantrum. You don't give the toddler what they want because it's a never-ending bottomless pit of cookies and ice cream and staying up late. So you can't give in to them. You have to quietly, firmly stand your ground. And after a couple times telling them no, and then watching them send the flying monkeys out to you, and if you resist the flying monkeys, then she's going to come back and guilt trip you. You'll notice a lot of guilt tripping. And then if that still doesn't work on you, she'll send more monkeys out to guilt trip you some more. And it just kind of goes like, they only have a couple different tricks. So they'll do that. They'll fake serious injury, like an injury. They will do something dramatic to get attention. If you still don't care, or not that you don't care, but you don't respond to the drama, you don't get sucked into the drama, then she's going to start raging. Really start raging. So be prepared for that. And that's okay. Like, let her expose herself. Let him expose himself. And that way you know what you're dealing with. Okay? But you want to be quiet because they are very sensitive to rejection and they are very violent. So, another thing that they are is they're emotionally sadistic. So if you're in a relationship with one, you're going to notice that your emotions are all over the place. You're just going to be, if you're happy and you're about to go to like a special event and you've been waiting all week for this date night, they're going to ruin it. They're going to make you cry. They're going to make you feel so bad. And then you're like, all your makeup's ruined. All your hair is ruined. You don't even feel like going out anymore. It's going to be so sad. They're going to destroy it. If it's your birthday party or a child's birthday party, expect drama. If every single Thanksgiving things go crazy, if every single birthday party somebody storms off, she storms off crying, hysterical, or there's an angry like fit, or they're not going to show. This is one that the grandparents like to do a lot. So it's like your child's big day and your parents, if they're a narcissist, will volunteer for stuff. Don't ever give them that job. Don't give them any responsibility because they are so irresponsible. And if they're given like the task of getting the birthday cake for the big special day, on purpose, they will get mad at the last second. They won't go. They won't get the cake. And everybody's going to be crying and trying to, please come to the party. Please come to the party. No, I won't go. No, you don't even want me there. No. And it's made up drama. So you can fall for it if you want. I recommend you don't. And they prey on very sympathetic, very empathetic people, very kind-hearted people. Me 10 years ago, if my mom would have said she's not going to my kid's party, I'd be like, why? What happened? Now she's not invited. So I went no contact, and I think that everybody who has to deal with these kind of people, best thing for you is to go no contact or very limited contact. But yeah, so drama. They're going to ruin special occasions. They're not going to bring the important things that are part of the thing. So don't make them responsible for anything because they're going to ruin it. And I think it's just because they get so jealous of somebody having something nice and they just have to wreck it for you. They have to wreck it for you. That is their, like, you go to a party and you have a good time. You have a good time. You go and you hang out with people, you eat some good food, you talk to people, you laugh, you catch up, ha ha ha. You had a great time. The narcissist has a great time when they suck the life and the joy out of your life. When they manipulate you, when they pit people against each other, when they stir up trouble, when they tell lies to make people angry at each other. That's their version of going out and having a good time. So you are their entertainment. I recommend that you take a real good hard look at what you're dealing with and go no contact. Hope you have a good night. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below.